What does that tell you about Andrew Barry, and how impressed have you been with him as the general manager and the moves he's made?
I wrote a story a while ago, David, that Barry and Stefanski knew each other well before they worked together, and they at times in text kind of joked back and forth. This was when Stefanski didn't get the Browns job, and Barry went to Philadelphia as assistant GM. Hey, it would be great to work together. They didn't particularly think it would be Cleveland, but they just during that process of interview and from elsewhere, they got to know each other. And while it isn't imperative that you're friends with the GM or that, but all the remember internal discord, we heard all enough of that over the years, that these guys have a sense of being together in it and they're looking at things the right way. And remember, behind the scenes, putting it together was Paul DePodesta. And I think this is when they talk about the chief strategy officer, that's what he's supposed to be able to allow to do is, get the GM, get the coach. We heard all about alignment, that they have a same general approach on how you look at the team. You're always going to argue on the margins and different things. I mean, the Indians do that. I'm sure Francona has had some very, very heated arguments with Mike Chernoff and with Chris Antonetti, but they have an overall view of how the team ought to be. And that's why they've been together all these years, going back to 2013. That's what you want. Stability really shows. I just interviewed Ozzie Newsome. He's going to be part of my next kind of like what was it like to get drafted by the Browns story. But I was thinking about it, and I think in the last 2 years, last 18 years, they've had like two coaches, Brian Billick and Harbaugh. And Ozzie's run it now. He's sort of stepped aside, and his assistant Eric DaCosta is the main guy there. But Ozzie's like president emeritus or something, and that's why they're good. Why are the Steelers good? Three coaches in 5,000 years since the Stone Age. That is why they're good. Now you have to make sure you get the right coaches, and they can work with your front office. But it's a huge competitive advantage when you have stability.